What is up, YouTube? I'm the Poké-Chap, and welcome back to PokeChap Plays Dragon Ball FighterZ. So, last time we started off by seeing how Android 18 got herself into this little pickle. Turns out she was abducted by 16. You know, the way that goes. She got to rendezvous with 17, and 3 of them decided to form a clone butt-whooping pair, and now I gotta fight Gohan and Trunks. Whenever I decide to get to that. Yep, I am still just providing audio over the actual video that I have, so I have no idea what I was originally saying, for how long I was originally saying it, so this is just something that you guys are going to have to deal with. There we go, now I'm ready. Also, last time I learned that you shouldn't blow yourself up as 16 for any reason, it just does not end well. That is the last of last resorts. Ah, I suck at combos. Why do I suck at combos? Alright, so to potentially date this slight... Well, no, by the time this comes out, there should be... Hold on. Yeah, no, by the time this comes out, the next Super shouldn't have come out, so... There's only a couple episodes of Super left at the time that this is recording / coming out, I think. Assuming I've done my math right, I don't know. As of right now, the last thing that I have actually seen has been, the hell do you call it? The thing where Vegeta... Oh yeah, if you got... Why did I keep doing that? Did I... Oh, I must have hit the wrong thing. That must be what it is. But... So, just a quick heads up, if you guys weren't caught up on Super, I'm going to toss out a quick spoiler. But it should be A, obvious to everyone, and B, if you are not caught up, then I assume you don't care. Especially if you're watching a playthrough of a Dragon Ball thing. But, the one where Vegeta gets knocked out by Jiren, that was the last one that happened. Something's going on with 21 again. Let's see what that's about first. Getting too old for this shit, 21.
21.
I think I'm fine.
This is giving me like some weird deja vu towards when I had anxiety attacks. Like, it's kind of eerily similar. Just sitting there, breathing real heavy, just saying, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. Clearly not fine. Is that actual Krillin or clone Krillin? Oh well, whatever. Anywho, so... Yeah, it's clone Krillin. So, I had gotten to the point where, Vegeta's been knocked down, and now it's just Goku and Jiren left. Well, left fighting anyway. And I ended up getting like this really long 2-hour conversation with a friend of mine the other day about specifically how I thought this could end. I guess we're gonna see how 16 feels about killing a Goku. That's all about how you feel. Doesn't matter if it's technically him or not.
And not the original 16, but the memory placed in a new model. So in some sense,
Is that how that works? I mean, it's just a different body, but it's still you. So I will just have to enjoy it for myself.
I still have a reason to fight.
The sweet murdering sensation. So yeah, I got into this long conversation about how I think Super could end at this point, since we only got like a couple episodes left. Would it be like 2? Assuming they keep with like the minute per episode, quote unquote. I feel like it's either going to end with Goku losing and there being like a technical tie because one Frieza is still left in the tournament untouched. Well, not untouched, but unseen and essentially out of everyone else's mind. So I figure it's either going to come to that, or there's going to be a draw between Goku and Jiren, and then Universe 7 is just going to win because they technically have more numbers because Jiren forgot to knock out Frieza. Or Toppo did too, I don't know. Because 11 was slacking and decided, you know what, we don't need to worry about this guy, even though this is strictly a numbers game. So, those are one of the two ways I can see it happening. But, ironically, that wasn't even the majority of the conversation. That was, like, the preface to the conversation. The long part of it was basically a summary of why Jiren sucks. And I'm sorry if you like Jiren, but you're wrong for liking him. He's not a good... He's not even, like, a good villain. He's just a dumb character. Not even a character, like, he's so... He is strong with the most painfully generic background story I've ever heard. Like, he's literally just Sasuke, but blander somehow. I'm not even sure how that's possible, but they have somehow managed to do it. Just the blandest boy they could possibly come up with. Apparently I need to fill up on coffee real quick. 1 second. Alright, chipper and ready to go again. But yeah, just... He's just so boring. And the source of his power is what bothers me the most. Like, we came up with so many analogies to fit him properly. He's just a brick wall. He's just a fist with legs. But the one that I feel like really stuck and just made the most sense for what he really is... Like, what even was it? It was... Well, I gotta think now. I gotta retrace the conversation of why Jiren sucks. Saitama, that's what it was. Is that he's just boring Saitama. Just, hey, what if someone worked out really hard and got super, super strong, and that was it? That's really all... Like, I don't even know if you guys have noticed, he doesn't shoot energy blast. He just punches so hard, energy comes out, and that's mind-boggling to me. Like, why would that be the way that you choose to go about it? Oh, wow, I actually decided to go... damn.
This is over. Bye.
God, I love that super so much. This is a good level 3. It just looks really cool. Yeah, if he had, like, God Ki, I wouldn't mind Jiren as much. But no, they just make it sound like, no, he's just real strong. Like, so strong he can punch a god in the face and the god can do literally nothing about it. So strong that he can just flex through stopped time. That is just the most nonsensical garbage I've ever heard in my life. You don't get... If you're in stopped time... You're frozen. You don't get to say, no, my muscles are too big. There are no amount of push-ups and sit-ups you can do to get that strong other than just doing all of them. Literally all of them. Death by double fisting. That is the favorite thing I have with 16. The double fist. I know it's just 2 rocket punches, but let's be real here. Double fisting. It sounds, better? Less appropriate. It's more inappropriate, that's what it is. That's how my mind do. Also, 21 seems to be having another episode.
21. This has to stop.
I agree, I'm getting kind of tired of it. Maybe we can, you know... figure out some other thing that you can do other than just breathe heavy. Okay, that's different.
But I don't like your tone.
Relax, 17.
Settle down.
Nothing to worry about.
Given that I know what happens, I can tell you it is a lot to worry about.
I think I'm okay now. I really do. Anyway,
I just needed to yell at him, that's all.
just pick up the pace.
We need to keep rushing this. No, because that's at a volcano. This is not where I fight Krillin. This is where I get to fight Frieza and Ginyu, apparently. Yeah, you'll notice I like to take the route less traveled just to avoid as many fights as I possibly can. Just make things easier. Darn, I'm out of coffee. Oh well. Time to beat up Naps. The hell's this? Why is he blocking? Oh, that was just obnoxious. I hate that, like, Nappa and Boo were two of the characters that well, not Boo. But Nappa's, like, the one character from the beta that I really like to play as. And now I just suck as him. Now that, you know, the game's actually out and I have some lab time with him. And people know what they're doing. And the same with, like, Kid Boo earlier. I was like, oh, wow, Kid Boo's real good. I totally know how to use him. Try and use him actually, like, at a higher level. It's like, oh, no, I'm actually really... Not Kid Boo. Majin Boo. Fat Boo. That Boo. I have not touched Kid Boo once, actually. I just don't care for him. Like, I realize Kid Boo's a great character and truly terrifying to use, but... I don't know, just something about the way he plays, it doesn't click with me. Let's just beat him up ourselves. I'm kind of surprised 17 doesn't show up in these things. Like, you would think 17 and 18 would just inherently be together at, like, the windscreen. I don't even know why I bother looking at these as opposed to just beelining it over. Why did I not just beeline it over? God, it's like I'm actually trying to gain levels or something. What's wrong with me? Someone tell me what's wrong with me. Also, honestly, the longer I, like, interact with this game's story mode, the more I realize that linking really is just kind of a dumb, convoluted reason to have it be that you have to tag out. I mean, if they just said, like, yeah, no, we're all gonna be fighting together, and just said this is the combat style for the game, that would have been fine. But the fact that they actually tried to, like, justify their three-man teams the way they did, just, it complicates things way more than it honestly should. Which sucks, because it could have been just real cool and interesting, but the problem is that it, I don't know, it just kind of comes off as weird, I guess. I don't know. It just feels like it could have been handled better, I guess. Yeah, that's another reason I don't really care for 18 that much. I don't really understand how properly to use her level 1 super. As evidenced by that right there, actually. I mean, I recognize 18 as a good character. To me, the assist style characters like 18 and Ginyu, and I guess to some extent Nappa. No, not Nappa. Really, just 18 and Ginyu are like, I see them as good characters, but only because they have a lot of potential with their built-in assists in a game where assists make a lot of difference. Like, I've seen a lot of things talking about which character, like, the fun thing is, there's two different kinds of tier lists for this. There's the character tier list for just how the character themselves plays, and then the assist tier list, which is vastly different. Like, I'm pretty sure, in terms of, like, conceptual character, Vegeta ranks somewhere, like, mid, like, maybe about, like, B or A tier, maybe. Nothing, and A may be vastly overshooting it. I'm pretty sure he's B at best. I'm not 100% certain on that one. But his assist is, like, triple S tier, whatever the hell the highest one is. Like, pretty much everyone runs a Vegeta, like, high-level players tend to always run a Vegeta just because his assist is so good. And I can honestly see why. Like, his assist is ridiculously good. I would like to see if I can figure out a team with him. I just don't, like... I don't know. Because the problem with how I do this is I like to make things thematic. Like, I don't want to just, like, make a team and not have it mean anything, if that makes any sense at all. Like, I don't want to just be like, yeah, I will totally have, you know, Vegeta, Kid Buu, and Android 21, because they make sense together, when they don't. But I feel like I could totally put Vegeta and Trunks on the same team, I just don't know who my third person would be. Not one that, well, actually, if I put him on with Goku Black, I feel like that could work. Since Vegeta and Trunks do have, like, some decent moments up against him. And I can't think of, aside from Cell, anyone else that works with. And I'm unfortunately, like, I can't figure out Cell to save my life. And that annoys me, because Cell's a real good character. Like, he's one of the best in this game, just as his own character. Rude.
Touch me.
I'm only trying to help, lady.
Still have your heart.
I mean, she's an android, though, does she?
16. I'm sorry. I'm fine now.
I think the volcanic heat's just getting to me is all. But yeah, for some reason I just cannot figure out Cell. Like, I know he's a great character. I recognize that implicitly. Like, I will not try and tell anyone that Cell is a bad character because I'd be lying. Cell's fantastic. I just can't seem to wrap my dumb brain around him. For some reason, I can't figure him out, and it drives me insane that I can't do that. Because again, like, I recognize he's real good. I just don't know how to use him. And it bothers me that I don't know how to use him, because I should totally know how to use him. Yeah, well, here's what it is. I don't even remember which way I go. I guess I go this way. I go the Ginyu route. Which, by the way, playing the story is why I've realized that Ginyus can be ridiculous, because if you just mash out the Ginyu force, they all just spill out onto the field, and that can be some madness to deal with. I mean, Ginyu's moveset himself is pretty straightforward, but, like, if you can manage, like, where each member of the Ginyu force is at any given point in time, and then actually, like, know what their better assist is, because each Ginyu force member has 2 assists, so if you can just figure out which one's better, then you can just spam the field with ridiculous amounts of Ginyu force, and it's absurd trying to deal with all that. Like, I wouldn't mind trying to learn Ginyu, and I feel like to some extent, everyone probably should have some degree of Ginyu gameplay, just in case you somehow get hit with a body change, so you at least have some idea of what you're doing. But fortunately, Ginyu, the good thing about this game is that everyone can play similarly enough that you can play like a very basic Ginyu. You just kind of got to know how the guy works. Like, his level 1 doesn't work in the air, but as I found out later, you can charge it by throwing more meter into it, so it becomes like a level 3. But you just gotta be able to... You just gotta know what you're doing with them. Especially if you do get body change, because you lose the Ginyu force, so you only have just your basic strings, no energy attack, because your basic, like, just combo ender, which is the strong jersey, and then, which is a shoulder rush, and then just his level 1, the not milky cannon, because they decided to change it for some stupid reason in this game. I don't know, I may try and figure out some nonsense with Ginyu. I feel like he could be fun. But again, I'm one of those guys who has to put him on a specific team, so I don't know what I would do. I'd probably put him with Frieza, because I do actually really like playing Frieza. I just haven't figured out a good team to put him on. It's all my thematic mind, and it's so bad, because I can't help it. I know. I shouldn't be thinking like that. I should be thinking efficiently. But damn it, I just want to have fun with this game. And to me, that is the best way to have fun with this game. It's just stupid nonsense like that. I'm upset I haven't figured out the shoulder bump yet, but I feel like I don't do that until I actually start messing with 16 in training mode, so... Because I have, like, the thing I've tried to do for my main team is figure out how I can get, like, I want to try and get good as each individual character before I start relying on, like, assists and stuff. Because the problem is my team is consisted of mostly really bad assists. Like, it's Trunks 16 and future Gohan, not future, adult Gohan. But I can ramble on about that more next time. You know, when we choose to fight Krillin. And all the madness that ensues from that. But anyway, if you liked what you saw, then please feel free to do all of the usual YouTuberies. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend if you feel so inclined. Of course, I also have a Facebook, linked down in the description below, if you want to keep up to date with everything that I do. As well as a link to my Patreon account, also linked in the description below, where I am still holding my first major event. If you guys can help me save up $200 for a PS4 recording and streaming device, then I shall reward all of my active patrons with a special Battle Lounge segment featuring my personal favorite competitive Pokemon team of my own creation. And if you guys can help me succeed that bonus, then who knows, I may do a special streaming event to celebrate. Regardless, I will catch y'all next time, and until next time, peace!